Buffalo and Arizona, another good one, 405 on Sunday, 267, 268 on the rotation. 6 out of every 10 tickets here coming in on the Buffalo Bills. We saw last week Arizona play a favored role, Kyle, versus Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins and come up a little bit short, no pun intended, on that field goal. But as we look down the list, opens up at 1. It's actually gaining here. Some 2.5s at some sharp books here that I'm looking at SBRodds.com. An over-under that opened up at 52, now sitting at 56.5 at some outlets. But I got to tell you, these are two offenses and two athletic quarterbacks that can really get after it. So last week, me going, hey, Seattle and Buffalo, they can really get after it, but everything has to go right with 55. Everything went right for the 55 last week. So I'm not a believer in saying, hey, let me just sit on this because everything has to go right. Perfect weather conditions, two athletic quarterbacks that can get after it. I do see points in this game, but I'm struggling here because I love Arizona and that offense. But when I say, Kyle, or when I say trust-wise, Kyle, in this game, I still think I can trust the Buffalo defense a little bit more than I can trust the Arizona defense. And I do think Josh Allen comes to play. When Brown is healthy offside of Diggs, that offense can really get after it. Oh, it's a tough one, and it's a very public play to take Buffalo. But I got to tell you, if I'm going to stick with my preseason analysis of the Buffalo Bills winning the AFC East and making a run in the playoffs, you got to win this football game. So Thursday right now, I'm going Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, and I kind of want to be right there with you. One thing I'm keeping an eye on, I haven't seen today's practice report, but I know that Tre'Davious White did not practice yesterday with that ankle issue, and he's a big part. If they don't have Tre'Davious White, that Bills defense is bad. He is a major factor for that defense. So I don't know if you've seen that report today. I'm not seeing it for today. I know he didn't practice yesterday. Two very beatable defenses. I think there's a lot. I ended up taking the over. I think I got it at 55.5. I took the over in this game.
Who were you looking at for the practice report? Because Thursday's report is after. Was it the Bills you were looking for?
Yeah, Tre'Davious White, if he practiced today. I'm only seeing
Tre'Davious White was limited today, so that would put him on track to play on Sunday.
Okay, yes. And so that's a big deal because they need someone to deal with DeAndre Hopkins. I actually like Christian Kirk quite a bit on the other side this week against Josh Norman, who was limited yesterday and should come back this week. Lots of points. Again, this is another one of those 50-50 games with two teams that Arizona sort of made a statement 2 weeks ago when they won that close game against Russell Wilson in Seattle. And then last week they lose the close one against Tua and the Dolphins. So how well can we trust them in these big close games? And we saw Buffalo obviously beat up on Seattle as well. So the slight edge to Buffalo for me, good weather, lots of points. I actually like the over, and I know it's a big number. And you need a lot to go right, but there's just not a lot for these defenses. I mean, that Arizona secondary, even with Patrick Peterson, not very good. That Bills defense, even with Tre'Davious White, not very good. Both these quarterbacks on an absolute roll should be a lot of points. I could see both teams being in the 30s here. I like the over, and if I'm picking a side, I'm going to agree with you and take the East Coast team coming west. I'll take Buffalo slightly, and the line's at 1.5, 2.5. So it makes a lot of sense. Won't shock me if either team wins this game, but I'll take the Bills right now.
Boy, I got to Kyler Murray is quickly becoming one of my favorite players to watch. I don't know how you stop him. I'm still shocked they lost last week. Credit the Dolphins defense coming up big late in that fourth quarter on a couple of really fourth and short type plays to ensure that victory. But I watch Kyler Murray, and it almost doesn't matter. Like rush him, he's all like a faster speed burst of Russell Wilson, where that rush comes down and Ross, he just says, hey, get away from me. I'm going to make this play outside the pocket. He is an amazing quarterback. Kudos to them they're going to be a fun team to watch. But this is going to be a good game here, 56.5. As you're a big DFS guy, look out for some of these guys putting up some big-time numbers in this game.